Hi, it's Stephen again, sitting here in the sunshine, glorious sunshine in Spain. Today, I made the mistake of watching Piers Morgan, who always winds me up anyway, interviewing Terry Christian. Now, for those of you who are not English and who may not know who Terry Christian is, he's a journalist, what I would regard as a second-rate, far-left journalist, who is so full of hate that he actually wishes that people who disagree with him, who have a different point of view, should be dead. He's If he were a real journalist, he would actually check his facts rather than just go with his feelings. He would discuss and debate. But no, with him, no, he's right, everybody else is wrong, and if you disagree with me, I'd rather see you dead. He's so bigoted, so ignorant that in common with many far left journalists, he just ignores inconvenient truths. Um, for example, he said that Brexiteers deserve all the job losses and hardships heading their and their families' way, all those tough Christmases ahead for their children, all their short-term pain, but I will get behind it in future by buying a big issue of the pitiable saps. Now, he also said that everybody who voted for Brexit was an illiterate cretin. I don't care whether you voted for Brexit or not. Everybody's had their point of view. But again, he's talking about job losses, when in actual fact, Britain has got more people employed than ever before. Since the Brexit vote, it's got the lowest unemployment rate since we actually joined what was then the common market. Give you some figures. The latest figures I've got is January 2020. In the EU and as a whole, the unemployment rate is 6.6%. In the euro area, which is supposed to be the best area, of course, having the common currency, it's actually worse than the average. It's 7.4%. France, we take some individuals here, the worst ones, France, 8.2% unemployment, Italy, 9.8%, Spain, 13.7%, and poor old Greece, who's on their knees, has an unemployment rate of 16.5%. One in six people in Greece is unemployed. In the UK, it's 3.7%. So much for everybody losing their jobs. This, of course, these figures are pre the coronavirus. That, of course, is going to change things. But when you look at what's happening in the EU over the coronavirus, we have got Germany refusing to export any of their health giving medical supplies to any other country. They're keeping it all for themselves. We've had Macron in France trying to stop lorries going across the channel bringing face masks and other medical supplies for our NHS. A few phone calls and he had to let them go, but he tried to stop them from coming. Um, they have fined Italy for helping out their industry because it's against EU rules to help out industry. They've helped out some hotels in Sardinia. They fined them £80 million and they're charging them 80 million euros, I should say, and they're charging them, I think, is 8,000 euros or 80,000 euros a day until they pay that fine. In the meantime, they're giving 25 or 28 million euros to Iran, 28 billion, I think it is. And also Germany has helped its people out, and they're not getting fined for it. It's just, there is no solidarity in the EU at all at the moment. As soon as push comes to shove, despite all their constant harping on about one big EU nation, one currency, we're all, one big super state. When push comes to shove and it gets difficult, then Schengen goes out of the window. So, they're closing their borders and they revert to nationalism. They don't even help their own neighbours. Italy asked the EU for help because it's got the very high incidence of infection and death from the coronavirus, and they've refused to help them, absolutely refused to help them. Russia and Cuba have sent people in. China, of course, but they should do because they started it. But Russia has helped them out. Russia has also sent soldiers down into Greece to help them at the border. The EU is just not behaving the way that Guy Verhofstadt wished that it would. And bless him, I don't like Guy Verhofstadt, but actually he's still stuck by his guns and said we should, as EU, be helping out. So, I'll give him credit for that. But this whole idea that if you have a different point of view, then we want you dead, because what actually, going back to the original point, what actually Terry Christian said about the corona thing was it's the flu. So mainly OAPs. If they voted to destroy our lives, let's hope it's a good virulent strain this year. In other words, he wants to make sure that all the old people, he talked about old people before, the older people, um, and basically saying he wants them to die. And he's not alone in that as well. A lot of Remain voters, and I know it's a minority, but people like him, they're leaders. They are the celebrities. They think that they're so important because of that, and people do listen to them because they've got a platform which most ordinary people don't have, and they're using it to spread their hatred and bigotry. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's hate speech, and perhaps somebody in the Met should go and arrest you. See you later.